whenever you're ready.
Hi, my name is Craig Pratch, and I'm working for DCGSN. I've been on the project for about a month, and I am currently learning about the entire system. It's a big one, and I am learning a lot of Unix coding. I just started with the company 6 weeks ago,
Oh, yay.
so I'm pretty new at the whole working environment, but I have some pretty decent amount of presentation experience. I just graduated from college, and I did a lot of PowerPoint stuff there. And what it's like to work for BAE, so far everyone's really helpful. That's one thing I noticed, is everyone's really willing to help you out on whatever you need. And I'm having fun.
All right, good job. Yes, okay, whenever you're ready.
So last year, when I was still in college, I studied down in Brazil. And when I went to Brazil, I had a 6-month visa, and it was a study visa. But I wanted to stay longer, travel around, go down to Argentina, things like that. So I needed to extend my visa. Unfortunately, you can't do that within Brazil. You have to go to another country and get a visa there and come back into Brazil. So what we did was I went down to this border country on Uruguay and Brazil called Chuy. And when you enter this little teeny tiny town, you exit Brazil, you enter the town, but you haven't yet entered Uruguay. So you're kind of in no man's land. You haven't crossed the border in Uruguay, so there's a lot of shady deals that go down there. So I need to get a visa. I go to the consulate there, and I give them my visa, and they say, come back with $250. And then they'll give you your visa back, or your passport back with your visa. So all I had to do was go to the local bank, put my debit card in the ATM, get my money, go back to the consulate, and get my passport back. Sounds easy. The bank ATM did not work. And that was the only bank ATM that I could withdraw money from in this town. So I went down to the beach. They said it would be fixed later that afternoon. Sat by the ocean, listened to the crashing waves, read a book. Came back, it still wasn't working. So now I don't have a passport because the consulate has it, and I can't get it back because I don't have the money, and I'm stuck in the middle of nowhere, and I can't enter either country because I don't have a passport.
Okay, you have to wind it down.
So what I ended up doing is I had to call Western Union and do the whole wire transfer thing, get it sent to my other friend that was there, and he got the money from me, and then he gave me the money, but at that point in my life, I was afraid I would never leave this little place.
Oh. All right, good job. Next question.
Oh, I did.
All right, so you're ready for that. All right, Craig, whenever you're ready.
How many people out there are debating whether or not to work for a small company or a large company? A few? Many? How many people think that mobility is important to them in their company? Well, if you answered yes to either of these companies, I think that BAE would be a great company for you to work at. At BAE, there are many projects going on at all times, and people can add on projects or go to new projects. And if there's a new project, it'll give you that small company feel, because there's a lot of new people working together. They're just getting a large project started. They just got a big grant for it, and it's a really exciting time. But if you want a more stable job, a more, you know what's going to happen from day to day, you could also work on another task or another project, because BAE offers both of those kinds of things. And also, with the mobility, we have internal job postings. And you can not only can you move from project to project, but you can move from location to location. So if for some reason you move out to San Diego and you don't feel that it's the right thing for you at this point, you can try to go up to LA or go back to where you came from. And also, I'd like to conclude with the BAE company has a very good culture. There's a lot of community. People don't just go to work and then go home. There's a lot of activities that people do. We have emails to go camping or to go skiing or rock climbing or ballroom dancing. So there's a lot of community within BAE, and it's not just a job, it's more of a lifestyle. So at this point, I would like to open up the floor and wonder if anyone had any questions they'd like to ask.
Thinking.
Yes, what's your question?
Do you think that BAE Systems is better than other government contractors?
Well, I think that there are 4 or 5 major government contractors, and I don't want to say that BAE is the best, but it's very competitive with all of them. But the main thing that I want to convey here is that it's a growing company, and that with growth, you have to assume that they're doing something right. And we're just not a stagnant company. We're getting more contracts every year, making more money. So I don't want to say, I've never worked at the other companies, but I know that I don't want to say that they're bad. But I just want to make sure that you know that BAE is growing. And if there's any other questions? No? Well, I'd like to thank everyone for coming here tonight and listening to my experiences about BAE.
All right, nicely done.